Let me show you how to dramatically increase your sales on Amazon without spending a penny on paid ads. How can that be? Stick around and we'll go into the details. Hi, I'm Chris Haupt. I'm the co-founder of Brain Pipers, which is a company devoted to helping brands thrive on Amazon. And we've been doing this since Amazon opened up the marketplace in 1999 to third-party sellers. So imagine you just launched your product on Amazon and you've poured your heart and soul into this product, and now it's time to get it in front of potential buyers. So you decide to invest in paid ads. At first, the ads seem to be working. You're getting clicks, but then you notice something troubling. The clicks aren't converting into sales, and your ad spend is climbing. You're overspending and the returns just aren't there. This is a common story. This happens all the time on Amazon, and I know it's disheartening. You're putting in the effort, spending money you can't afford to lose, and the results are far from what you expected and hoped for. This isn't a path to sustainable growth. So what's the solution? What if I told you there's a better way? A more reliable way, a method that relieves you from the endless cycle of overspending on ads that don't convert, but also boosts your brand's credibility and visibility. Enter Amazon Creator Connections. Unlike traditional ad spend on Amazon, sponsored ads, sponsored brands, Amazon's Creator Connection program allows you to leverage the power of influencers to grow your brand. They already have the trust of your target audience. And better yet, on top of that, it's a pay-for-performance model, so you only pay when you see results. Amazon's Creator Connection program connects you with influencers who create content specific to your brand and to your products. These creators have built-in audiences that trust their recommendations, leading to higher engagement and sales. This can also lead to user-generated videos, which Amazon adds to the video section of the product page, which can lead to better conversion rate. So how do you get started with Creator Connections? To clarify the steps involved, we've created a model called the FIRM model. So the F stands for find influencers, the I, initiate contact with the influencers, R, run the campaign, and M, measure the results. So the first step is to find the creators. The way you do that with Creator Connections is to create a campaign for your brand. The requirements for a Creator Connection campaign are for the influencer to receive a 10% commission on all sales resulting from their posts and a minimum campaign of $5,000. The $5,000 is what is the pool of money that the commissions will be paid out of. So those are the metrics. And then the other metric is how long will the campaign run? The key point about this is your influencers are also shoppers. They're shopping for the best products and the best campaigns that will optimize their returns on time spent creating a video, promoting the product. So you want to have the best offer you can to convince the best creators to accept your campaigns. So even though Amazon requires a 10% commission, you should consider creating a better commission within the budget guidelines that you have. So if you can go up to 15 or 20%, you're going to get more influential influencers to sign on to your campaign because there's just more revenue possibilities on their side. They're going to look at the product, they're going to look at the commission rate, and they're also going to look at the maximum campaign commission. So $5,000 is Amazon's minimum campaign amount. That means this is the pool of money that Amazon reserves for the commissions paid to the influencers. 5,000 is the minimum, but if you can afford to go to 10,000 or 15,000 or 20,000, that's going to be, again, more influential to the influencers to want to go with your products because there's just more revenue potential on their side. And then the final lever that the influencers will look at is how long will the campaign run for. Obviously, the shorter campaign, the less likelihood there is for a commission. So you want to run the campaign as long as you can, up to 3 months, at least 3 months, and possibly up to 6 months. So our best advice, think like an influencer in terms of your offer that you're able to give to the influencers. Second step, initiate contact with the influencers. The way you do this on Amazon is when you set up the campaign, you offer key points about things you want the influencers to talk about. What are the campaign goals? Is it to increase brand awareness? Is it to increase sales? Is it to improve the page rank for the product? And then key talking points about the product, things that you want to make sure that the influencer hits on during the post. And then alternatively, there is another section, things that you want the influencer to avoid. You don't want them to make claims about performance. Maybe you want to avoid mentioning competitors' names. Whatever you think is important for them not to mention, you want to include in this initial contact with the influencers. And then there's also a possibility to provide a promotional code to the influencers that they can provide to their followers. So the follower, if they use the promotional code, will get a discount when they go to place an order for that product. This encourages the influencers to want to go with your campaign because the likelihood of their followers following through with a promotional code are going to be higher. So the more you can give a promotional code, the more possibilities are that the influencers will be excited about your offer and want to promote your products. Third step is run the campaign. And what's involved with running a campaign is the influencers will reach out to you if they want to get a free product. And this will often happen. And it's up to you to decide if you want to give a free product. You don't have to give a free product, but obviously the odds of getting a better review and getting a more influential review are going to be higher if you're able to afford to give a free product to the influencers that they can use during the promotion and the demonstration. So what's a best practice here? When you get a request for a free product, you can review the influencer's profile, what their target audience appears to be, and then you can decide if it's worth your while to give a free product to that particular influencer. You don't have to give a free product to every influencer that asks. You can decide which ones seem to have the most likelihood of having a good, positive, strong commitment to the product and a good video that as a result of that. Basically, you just want to find influencers that are a good match for your product. And finally, the fourth step is to measure the results. When you set up your campaign, you're going to want to set up the goals, the KPIs that you want to measure. Are you looking for brand awareness, increased brand recognition? Are you looking for increased sales? Are you looking for improved page rank? Do you just want to get user-generated content on the page? All of these metrics are good, valid metrics to use, and so you just need to decide up front what are your goals for the campaign and how are you going to measure success. So what are conclusions and key takeaways? One way to really succeed on Amazon is to shift your focus from always paying for paid ads and to include influencer marketing as part of your ad strategy and your marketing strategy. By understanding and leveraging the power of creator connections and influencer relationships, we found you can boost your sales, increase your brand credibility, and grow your overall presence on Amazon through the Creator Connection program while generating authentic user-generated content. Better yet, all this can happen while reliably knowing what your costs will be because it's a pay-for-performance model. So it's a powerful program that we found to have a big impact. And here's the final pro tip. When an influencer reaches out for a free product, encourage them to use the product in a situation that the product would normally be used in. Don't just demonstrate the product sitting at their table. Actually go into the environment where the product would typically be used. So if it's a camping product, encourage the influencer to use the product while camping, to show them with the product, with their friends, with their family in the situation. That will get the viewers of their posts more emotionally involved in the product because they will be able to picture themselves using the product in the setting that they would normally use the product. So this is a huge way to have good results from the influencer's post. Their followers will get more excited. The viewers of the videos that are generated by this will get more excited, and this leads to more sales, more brand awareness for your product, better page rank, and ultimately more commissions for the influencer. So this is a good tip to give to the influencers to make sure that they use the product in the situation. So what are some action steps to take to get started with Creator Connections? Well, first of all, find a campaign you can run and just try one out. There's nothing like the power of running a campaign, seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. We're also creating an ebook summarizing all of the best tips and practices for running a successful campaign. So if you're interested in receiving an ebook, please comment ebook below. And as always, if you like this video, I would love it if you could give it a thumbs up and a subscribe so that you won't miss out on future tips on Amazon, on